Hello and welcome to Senior Profiles. I'm Pam Bylsma, Principal of Riverside Brookfield High School. This program is dedicated to our graduating seniors of the class of 2014. Each department was asked to identify a student who exemplified the 6 pillars of character and excelled in the academic area of their department. Today, I have with me Miss Gabby Bova, and she's being recognized by the Science Department for excellence in that area. Congratulations, Gabby.
Thank you so much.
So you need to just fill us in on all of that you've done in science. I know that this is an area that is beloved to you, and you've taken a lot of classes and really excelled in them all. So talk to us a little bit about the science classes here at RB and which ones you loved the most.
Well, I took all but one AP science class. I never got the chance to take biology, which I kind of regret because I took honors bio with Monty freshman year, and I think that really started my science career here. I never was a great student in general, but especially with science in middle school.
Really?
But I was fascinated by everything I learned in biology, and Mr. Monty is a phenomenal teacher, and I learned so much. So from that, I mean, freshman and sophomore year, it was just taking the honors class, and then junior year, I got the chance to take environmental science because I'm really passionate about the environment and the issues surrounding it. So I thought I would take the chance, and I think that's one of the best classes I could have taken maybe for my future, because I've been able to learn at least a bit about so much about the environment, everything from geology to pollution and everything in between.
So your junior year, did you take another AP class or just the AP Environmental Science?
I just took one that year. I took physics, and then I took AP Environmental Science. And senior year, I took chem and physics, both at the AP level.
Wow. At the same time, huh?
Yeah, it was intense, but so worth it. I loved both of those classes.
And for those out in our viewing audience who aren't aware, an AP class is an advanced placement class, which is a college level class that can earn you college credit if you do well on your AP tests, which Gabby does very well on her AP tests. She is one of our AP scholars of distinction, which is the highest that you can get. So tell us how you fared on some of your AP tests.
This year, I have no idea. It's kind of up in the air because I was so nervous about them, especially chemistry and physics. Those were tough, but hopefully I did just as well this year as I have in the past.
So you mostly get 4s and 5s on your tests, I would imagine, correct?
Yeah, I have, and I'm hoping this year because I really loved the classes I took, and it would mean a lot if I knew that I had done so well on those tests.
Well, I'm sure you worked really hard at it. So tell us what else you've been involved in here at RB. What activities and volunteer or service work you've done?
A huge part of my time at RB has been Model United Nations. I joined my freshman year and didn't get the chance to go on any conferences, but then sophomore year, I dived right in, and it's just been, it was so much fun, and it's one of the things I'm probably going to miss the most. I miss the people that do it. I really miss both the sponsors that did it. First it was Mrs. Gallagher and Ms. Cunningham joined in, and just the community that's formed with Model UN and the people you meet there and kind of stay in contact with.
Explain a little bit about what you do at Model UN, because I don't think a lot of people understand or know what that activity is.
So we go to conferences and we essentially assume the persona of a United Nations delegate from certain countries. Like one year I went to a conference at Northwestern, and I was supposed to be a delegate representing Bashar al-Assad's regime in Syria.
Interesting.
And the entire conference that year for my group, it was about 20 kids, was dealing with the crisis in the Middle East and everything that was going on 2 years ago. So it's an awesome way to learn about different countries and also current events that are going on around the world, not just in the U.S.
And it's still a competition, isn't it, where schools can earn points and get, rankings or places in competitions, correct?
Yeah, a lot of that is actually individual. The most coveted award, I suppose, is Best Delegate, and really that's the person that goes there with, the most research, who goes with the best speaking skills and tries to get as much done and really get as many people involved as possible, because even though it's a competitive club, or labeled as a competitive club here, it's in the actual conference, it's really cooperative, and the whole point is to work as a committee to reach a consensus and reach your goal.
So look at the skills you're learning in that club or activity. And so if I were to guess, taking your love for science, your passion for the environment, and your advocacy skills that you've learned through the Model UN, are you going to try and do something to fix our world, Gabby? Is that your goal? Talk to us about your goal in the future.
Maybe I can save the world one day, or save the environment. I think Model UN has helped me a lot with public speaking and working with other people, especially people who don't have anything in common with me or want the exact opposite of what I want. A lot of the policy stuff kind of went right over my head with Model UN. But if I ever do try to do something with the environment, it would probably be working within a business and working with people in a business to improve the way they use their technology. And I think there can be a lot that Model UN has taught me about working with other people to help me with that.
That's great. And so tell us about your future. Where are you going next year, and what are you going to be studying?
I'm going to Tufts University. I'm actually going in undecided, but I've been thinking of double majoring in economics and environmental studies, which is exactly what I said. I kind of want to tackle environmental issues from a business standpoint, because I think a lot of good change can come about by working with businesses and homes and individuals.
So I know the people that are watching are thinking, wow, these students from RB are absolutely amazing, so well equipped to go out in the world and make a difference. We're very, very proud of you and all you accomplished. What are you most proud of when you think of your service work here? Did you do anything to assist others that in need when you were at RB?
I really loved taking part of the RB Day of Service, because it was, a great way to give back and have fun at the same time. I also volunteered outside of the school at a store called 10,000 Villages.
I've heard of that.
Which is, for people who don't know, it's a fair trade store. And it's been an awesome experience, and I've learned so much about artisans around the world and different developing countries, which has been amazing.
That's great. So even in your personal time, you're giving back to the community and trying to make the world a better place. What advice would you give to freshmen coming in who maybe they see you with your sense of confidence and they go, I could never be Gabby. I mean, she's amazing. She's not even real. What would you tell them? I'm sure you didn't come in as a freshman with these kinds of skills and this sense of confidence.
Well, thank you. And I guess fake it until you make it. My freshman year, I had no idea. A year ago, I had no idea what I wanted to do. And I tried to do everything. I joined SA on my first day of school and Model UN soon after, even though that didn't really take off until sophomore year. So I think just try everything, and RB really has this great community, especially with clubs. You can join whenever, and if you decide it's not your thing or you decide to back out, it's really not usually that big of a deal. And I think finding your interest is a huge thing, and there's so many different ways to do that. Like with the environment, I never really joined our ecology club. I never had time for that outside of school. So it wasn't until I took environmental science that I really realized I wanted to make a career out of it, and I wanted my future to have that in it.
Oh, wonderful. You are a story of really kind of growing into yourself and finding your love and finding it through classes that kind of surprised you too. So I think that's very inspirational for other students who are coming in a little unsure of themselves. Gabby, you were also chosen because the people in the science department, the teachers, thought you were a person of amazing character. And so when you think of the 6 pillars of character, trustworthiness, respect, responsibility, fairness, caring, and citizenship, which one do you want to be most remembered for?
I think personally I'd like the people I know, my friends and my family, to think of me as very caring. I think that's one of the most important qualities to have as a person, and you can do so much with that, and it's almost just not worth it to not be caring or to be apathetic. So I think caring means the most to me because kindness is probably the most important aspect in my mind.
So we're very proud to send a caring person like you out into the world to go into business, to try and make the environment a better place for all of us and to care for our future generations. We need more people like you out in the world, Gabby, and so best of luck to you and congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.